Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving into KIZUNA Clash 30 plus with the Brook Friend Captain teams to take down the 10-star MORIA event. Now, I feel like the first video I put out was pretty scuffed, so once I hit level 30, I thought, hey, let's go back in with the teams, let's tweak them a little bit to make sure that they can actually do level 30 for you guys to help you get as many Super Boss tokens as possible. Now, remember, when you are doing 10-star KIZUNA, if you don't have the units, I would highly recommend trying to use a Friend Captain Brook. If you use a Friend Captain Brook, you're at least going to get some extra Super Boss tokens, which are then going to in turn help your alliance with actually clearing the Super Boss. So starting off with Int, that was the team. There are no supports. I tried to keep supports away because I know it does make teams harder to build for you guys. But on turn 2, we come up against Hogback. He has a barrier, which is very annoying. And he has attack down if you blow a chain multiplier. On the final stage, you get action minded on your left-hand side. So basically what we're going to do here is we're just going to use all our specials on the left-hand side and then not worry about it. Momo gives us 4 turns of an attack boost. Shanks gives us a chain boundary to take out this particular stage. Brook's going to remove the action bind that's on our captain, and then we can use the EX of Luffy to bypass Hogback's barrier. We have the 3 characters we need being Momo, Yamato, and Brook. So that way we can just bypass the barrier and say wham bam thank you ma'am. We will need to bypass the barrier once again on this final stage, so having the EX of Luffy works exceptionally well. As you guys can see, we had a full board of block orbs. Left side gets action binded. Our top row gets special reverse, but look, Gear 5 takes care of that. Our bottom row gets binded as well, but again, Gear 5 takes care of that. So to get around the block orbs, we have Luffy to give us color affinity and orb buffing as well. We have Boa here for a chain boundary and tap timing effect. She's also going to be our super timing, Super tandem character as well, and then Yamato can give us a chain boost as well as increased damage taken. With this, like you have so much damage, man. You have a lot of damage. Unfortunately, Brook doesn't get. Oh no, he does because he's a free spirit. Yeah, look, you have a lot of damage, man. you have a lot of damage. It's game over. So that was Int. Worked very nicely. That was probably the easiest one that I had put together. I didn't have too many issues and needed to tweak that. I did have to tweak these teams, however. So going into quick now. The big thing I found was trying to get the Brook super type as well as stay low enough HP to get the auto proc of the Brook special. So I ended up putting on the anniversary free-to-play Luffy with the Rayleigh support. But other characters that could definitely work are the free-to-play Sai Luffy. He's not going to get boosted though, so you have to be careful with cooldowns and stuff like that. But as long as it's a unit that can trigger both Ace and Brook, which Luffy is, well, you don't really need Brook. It just needs to trigger Ace and remove bind. So I was using Roger, but Roger's damage reduction was just so much that we wouldn't take enough damage on turn 2 to move into turn 3 and get the auto proc of Brook. Now, the reason you need that is because, again, your left-hand column gets that very annoying action bind. Who would have guessed? They threw a whole bunch of action bind at us when they finally gave us a character that can actually remove it. That is the new Memories of the Straw Hat Brook. But on turn 2, you do get a 50% HP cut and you get binded on your left-hand column. With the Luffy unit, you can remove that. He's going to give you an orb buff, though, which is kind of annoying. I would like to replace him. If you guys can think of a replacement, like, go for it. But look, he does work fine. The problem is he gives you a full board of, gives you an orb buff, which is a little bit annoying. And the reason that's a little bit annoying is because it gets turned into a 3-turn orb buff thanks to Ace and Brook. So a little bit annoying stuff there. To get around the block orbs, we have the super switch of Zoro Sanji, and then we're going to use Brook for the heal and the resilience. With the heal, you're going to survive, but with the resilience, you're definitely going to survive. You're going to be left with 1 HP, and that will automatically proc Brook's special on this final stage. That's going to remove the action bind that gets inflicted on your left-hand side, which means you have access to all your characters, which is very, very valuable. You definitely need that, because with the characters on the left-hand side being blinded, like, you have to use the characters on the right-hand side, and it's a little bit annoying. So, as you can see, Brook auto procs, he removes that action bind there. There is an interrupt for an attack boost, as well as a chain boost. So that's why you want to have the EX and the super type of both Brook and Ace, because that way you get an attack boost, as well as getting a chain boost. So make sure you use the chain boost of Brook before you use Zoro Sanji. Otherwise, something like this is going to happen, and you'll have to reload the app. If you reload the app, like, it's not that big of an issue. Like, you just make sure you use the super type of Brook first. Utilizing the super type of Brook is going to cancel that. Same with the super EX of Ace. If you want more damage, like, you just save the super EX of Ace for a little bit later, because you want to use the super swap and special of, or the special of Zoro Sanji. Special of Zoro Sanji is going to help you guys get a bigger chain shenaniganry, because remember, you do need to be above an attack of a chain boundary of 4 or higher. Plus, you have access to their Super EX. You have Ace's Super EX. Ace is then going to turn the color affinity buff into a much higher color affinity buff, as well as give you a conditional boost because you already have an orb buff, which works very, very nicely. If you put Robin Koala actually on the right-hand side and super swap with them, use their special first, you probably get a bigger orb buff, and then you can still use that Luffy fine, and it'll all work out hunky-dory. You finally wrap up with Yamato after utilizing the special of Ace, of course, or the EX of Ace. Yamato's going to give you the damage reduction buff. Her versatility gives you damage reduction, and then you can just easily kill. Plus, she gives you tandem orbs, which is great because you need the tandem orbs for the super tandem of Zoro and Sanji, which works out great. Moving on to this Sai variation now. This one is an absolute doozy, and I did see they are tweaking it, I think. I don't know, I can't really remember, but I found out that Queen is exceptional for turn 2. Like, he's so good. He covers you for everything, and with that, you can save the anniversary Luffy for the final stage. And the reason that's so valuable is because anniversary Luffy, the 10th anniversary Super Sugo, actually delays through full immunity. And that delay is actually so valuable because it stops one of the death hits, and it stops the bind that gets inflicted on your left-hand side, which is very annoying. Now, normally you'd be like, so it's dumb, I'm just going to remove the binds. Well, unfortunately, you get special rewinded as well, so it's very annoying to find a character that can get around all of that. So utilizing Queen on turn 2 to bypass the threshold, the block orbs, and the resilience is so damn valuable. Plus, we can just use Brook special on turn 2. We have a lot of damage moving into the final stage anyway, so Brook gives us a carryover orb effect. It just helps us kill this stage as well. You just don't need that much damage, to be honest. Later down the line, you will need it. But look, for the first turn, you're going to be doing 70% of the HP, and then you've got to do 30%. So ideally, you want to have an orb buff for the first part, not the second part. On the final stage, you do get 50% HP cut once again. There is that damage limiter for 7 turns. Plus, you're only allowed to use 2 specials. So Queen is absolutely fantastic because he bypasses that as well. It's so good. Like, Queen's just fantastic for this fight. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT when it comes to fighting Sai Moria, bro. He's so good. We have Nami and Carrot here. They are going to give us a chain boundary and a heal. The heal is actually the most important part here. The heal is very, very important because it actually gives you or brings you back closer to max HP. With that, you can then use the EX of Luffy to get color affinity. You can use the Shank special for a base stat chain boost as well as an attack boost. Then Luffy becomes your base stat booster for 2 turns. And then you have Ace to give you a conditional boost for 2 turns as well. Plus, you get a whole bunch of cooldowns on Brook, thanks to his EX and stuff like that. And as you guys will see, I actually have the Brook special ready to go once again. The upside to this is you get more healing. And the healing's great because you are going to take a monstrous death hit. Now, as you can see, we have a lot of HP here. But if you guys don't have as much healing capabilities as myself, you will be able to find that you can use Brook again. That's going to give you a more monster heal, and you'll be absolutely off to the races. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It's a good, chunky hit there. Like, you want some damage reduction sockets. But that's going to wrap up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.